Hi everybody, you're watching mediacube podcast. Roman and Ivan are here again. In one of our previous videos, we discussed trends of 2020, how YouTube tackled this tough year. Now I think it's high time we've talked about trends for 2021. What are the expectations? What are the changes? What shall we do as creators and as part of MCN to keep updated and to keep afloat? So my first question would be, what are YouTube's predictions about changes in 2021?
Yeah, I think we need to start from, some kind of insights that we possibly have here. And I think that the most important thing that's going to happen in 2021 is connected with the growth of female audience and YouTube Kids. And maybe YouTube Shorts, and we'll also discuss it later, I guess. Yeah. Let's start with the growth of female audience. Mm-hmm. So the focus of YouTube for this year is to create all possible conditions and opportunities for creators who make content for females in the first place, because it's of a high demand among the advertisers. Mm-hmm. Maybe you definitely know as long as you run all these integrations with
Yeah, sure.
brands.
I'm sorry, I'll interrupt. I mean, it really is an issue because there are a lot of brands out there, like perfumery, cosmetics, that are heavily investing into Instagram promotions because there are a lot of ladies there. And there's a huge female audience, and Instagram is a more lucrative and interesting platform for them rather than YouTube. So it really is a smart thing to do to promote female-oriented content on YouTube from our side, like from the side of an advertising agency.
I think can be a trend in 2021. For example, to switch budgets from investing a lot to Instagram and invest more into YouTube videos, because it's I think anyway it's more engaging and it's more you can feel the right things when you see someone using this perfumery or something like that.
Yes.
And, rather than you see just a photo or a short video.
That's right. And there's also another thing and another trend about Instagram and YouTube rivalry for advertising budgets and fight for advertising budgets, is that there's opinion at the moment that Instagram has become so glittering and fake that it's actually dying. Yeah. So people are just tired of all these fake celebs. And of their attitude. Because maybe this is hugely because the pandemic and the year 2020 has changed the attitude to the quality of content. I mean, at the moment, people really don't care about what filters you use, about how you look, like mostly. I believe even cosmetics and perfumery brands will, in the year 2021, shift more to a more, I'd say, natural content. And you're absolutely right. YouTube gives more opportunities.
It's and anyway, it's more engaging than just a message below the photo.
Right.
It's an entire video about the product that can be integrated into a video of a YouTube star. So that's why I think this is the point from YouTube to try to grow the female audience, because the inventory has been totally sold out in all the countries and all the regions, especially in the US. And I definitely know that all the inventory was sold in Russia, and that's why there is a high demand to grow the female audience, and I think it's going to be kind of trendy in 2021.
We on our side, as an advertising agency, we still don't know for sure. But we hope it will happen definitely.
Yeah.
Because frankly, there are not many cosmetic brands that we work with. Just because we're focused on YouTube and they work mostly with Instagram.
Yeah. So it's time to convince them to switch from Instagram to YouTube.
That's right. That's the part of our strategy. Well, at least we'll be talking to them, reaching out for them once again, and we hope it will work.
Yeah.
Really. So, if you're talking that YouTube will invest heavily into promoting female-oriented content, it'll definitely help.
Yeah, we'll compare this video with the video when we're going to wind up the 2021.
Yeah, and
we'll see the results.
Yeah. All right. So,
well, let's move on to Kids app.
Right.
YouTube Kids.
Female-oriented content will be promoted heavily.
Yeah.
Okay. Kids content.
Kids content. Yeah. Pretty many steps has already been made to make YouTube more safe for kids, and especially one of the major steps that has been done. It's the launch of YouTube Kids app. Kids app is more safe from different angles, from different points of view. On the first place, it has parental control. It has different age groups. It does not have ads that are not appropriate for kids, and any kind of ads that cannot be understood by kids. YouTube is going to integrate some programmatic ads into the app, and they are telling us about it for a year or two. I think 2021 is going to become the year when some kind of kids ads are going to be integrated into the app. And what is more important is that they are going to switch from any type of entertaining content to more educational content. And this is going to be huge in 2021 because they are going to try to divert traffic from entertaining content into educational one. So it's high time for kids content creators to think about reformatting their channels from entertainment into educational.
Right. And also there has been a huge trend in 2020 with streaming on YouTube. Will it be going on, or what do you think?
From the point of view of streaming, it's going to be the same trend as in 2020. YouTube is going to promote it because they think it's a good way for them to create more engaging content. Because when you're watching something live, you're going to stay on the content more than you are watching something on demand. It's more like of TV approach to this.
Yeah.
So that's why it's going to be huge also.
Okay, so promoting female content, reformatting approaches to kids content, and further promotion of streaming.
Yeah.
These are the basic trends for YouTube content in 2021.
The basic ones, and I think the most obvious ones. It's something that is going to be trendy for sure, but there is another thing that YouTube is going to launch this year. It's YouTube Shorts. And
YouTube
I think
Shorts.
you have something to say about it.
Well, yes. This is quite an issue, actually, because it is obvious for many people out there that YouTube is losing its battle for Generation Z, for the Zoomers, those who were born after the year 2000.
Yeah.
Why are they losing? Because there is TikTok out there. And all these young ladies and gentlemen are on TikTok, definitely. The way they consume content is totally different from the way we consume content. They prefer short forms, like 15 to 30 seconds, and more action rather than talking and all the stuff. And there is TikTok out there, which at the moment has, I'm not sure about the exact figure, but my guess would be about 2 billion users.
Not sure. I guess even more.
Maybe more. Okay, half of them are from China, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
China
it's
is also
huge everywhere, just like YouTube.
Yes. So even if we consider that there's no YouTube in China, that YouTube is prohibited, and if we subtract Chinese users from the user base of TikTok, there's still around 1 billion people who are using TikTok at the moment. My guess would be that 90% of them are Zoomers. And so the battle, in my opinion, is already lost. I mean, 1 billion Zoomers are already on TikTok. What can be done by YouTube to drive them from TikTok to YouTube Shorts? I think it's just impossible.
I think there is one clear model that can be implemented by YouTube here. On the first place, when they are going to launch YouTube Shorts, they're going to do this in India, where TikTok is prohibited.
A smart thing to do, right? And 1 billion people living there.
It's going to be kind of not very. I can't say that it's soft launch, but it's a region where they're going to test it out. Because
but
India was the first region where TikTok was banned.
Yeah, but this is definitely smart. I mean, you have 1 billion people in India. Where TikTok is prohibited. Great.
Yeah, right. And another thing, and I think TikTok and YouTube Shorts are going to compete here in 2021. It's the monetization. Because YouTube Shorts and YouTube, they are going to provide monetization within this year. And TikTok has made different steps towards this during the last year, but they didn't really succeed in it.
No understandable model still. Nothing.
That's why I think
for creators.
For TikTok creators, it's a good thing to bring the audience from their TikToks to YouTube Shorts in order to make more money. And I think it's going to be one of the main drivers why the audience can switch from TikTok to YouTube Shorts.
Could be. There have been rumors out there, like maybe a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, that Google, YouTube, wanted to purchase Firework, a US-based startup that is actually
it was number one app for some time in the US.
Yeah, that's right. But it's actually a clone of TikTok. So
let's say one of successful clones, because there are pretty many of them.
Exactly. So maybe they just did it. We just don't know about it. They implemented the technology and based YouTube Shorts on it. What do you think?
I don't think that YouTube Shorts are going to differ a lot from that feature that they currently have, like stories in Instagram. The same you can see in the YouTube app. And I think they're going just to make from these stories, they're going to make YouTube Shorts. Maybe they have implemented some technologies behind it from the point of view of YouTube Shorts creation, because you can use speeding or you can add some filters, etc. Maybe Firework technologies are behind it, but who knows?
Not yet. Nobody still knows. Actually didn't know the region for soft launch will be India. And monetization is a very strong argument, really.
I think it's happening right now, and or it's going to happen in February, but they're going to launch YouTube Shorts in India first.
Well, yes, this way YouTube Shorts could be a TikTok killer.
I can't say that it's going to be a killer, but it can be a good competitor anyway.
Right. Great. One more thing.
But when there is monetization, it might become a killer.
I mean it. Because TikTok really lost this fight for creators, and just because they're still the only player in the market, almost the only player in the market, the only serious player in the market.
Let's look at 2021 from the point of view of brands.
Okay.
What kind of trends you can foresee here?
Probably the most obvious trend is that brands are starting to realize that there's been a huge migration of audience over 35 years old, like Generation X, from traditional media to YouTube in terms of audience and in terms of creators, in terms of new creators on YouTube. I saw some figures from YouTube saying that compared to the year 2019, the number of new creators grew up to 95%. So there were two times.
So like doubled.
Doubled.
Yeah.
There were two times more new creators on YouTube in 2020 compared to 2019.
What is the definition of a new creator? Someone who has got demonetization?
No,
Or
just guys who are creating their channels.
Like on the regular basis.
And produce content on the regular basis.
Okay.
Right. And the massive part of these new creators are creators over 35 years old. We can say definitely that YouTube is getting older.
Yeah. And what kind of themes, topics, what the content is about?
Their content is about things that interest people over 35 years old, or 45, or over 50, or 60, or whatever. So like
the review of best clinics in the region?
Could be, yeah, why not? I mean, psychology.
How to deal with aging.
How to deal with aging, midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, people are just making content and finding their audience on YouTube. And this process is maybe reciprocal. I mean, the audience on YouTube may get older, and this may bring new older creators to YouTube, and vice versa. Older creators may emerge on YouTube and bring new audiences.
Yeah, right.
To YouTube.
Together with them.
Yeah. So, understanding this, the brands that were more traditional in their approaches to advertising are now shifting to YouTube and relocating their budgets to YouTube.
Yeah.
Even those brands that were mostly targeting for and reaching out for audiences 25 to 35 are now asking us to try to find channels 35 plus, with 35 plus audiences.
Interesting.
Yeah. And obviously...
what kind of brands would like to have the audience 35 plus?
Obviously, brands like ticket aggregators or bookings were, in terms of YouTube, we're targeting mostly for 25 to 35 year olds. Like people in this age have money, and they have enough resources, and at the same time, they're not very conservative. They're not stuck to their homes, and they're mobile. They're easy to go anywhere. And people over 35 years, they also travel a lot, but their behavior is a bit different. They also book hotels, but they book hotels for families. Like they fly with their families, etc., etc. So they're also a very valuable resource for big booking services or airplane ticket aggregators. Before this year, I can say that such brands were mostly interacting with their elder audience in more traditional media. Yeah,
maybe because they have already reached the audience 25, 35?
Could be, but they now understand also that this older audience is already on YouTube, that this is a trend, and there's going to be more and more elderly people on YouTube. Yeah. And come on, people over 55 years old, over 60, travel a lot.
Even more than 35
Even
plus.
more, yes. They have all the time in the world. Like they're retired and travel a lot. And now they're coming over to YouTube more and more and more and more. So this will definitely be the trend.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a little bit later, maybe for 2022, 23, something like that.
Could be. Maybe in 2022 and 2023, it will be obvious and massive.
Yeah.
But this shift, we can already observe this.
Yeah, it's happening now.
Yeah, it's happening now, and we can observe this shift to a more elderly audience. And another natural reason is that people are just getting older.
Yeah, right.
I mean, 10 years ago...
YouTube is getting older.
YouTube is getting older, right. So like 10 years ago, or when YouTube started in 2009 and was mostly watched by teenagers, These teenagers are now about 30,
35 even.
35. So it's pretty natural. And taking into account that YouTube Shorts will be massive, hopefully will be massive as well in the next couple of years.
Yeah, let's hope that they won't screw up and they can become a great competitor to TikTok.
Right. Taking this into account, we can see that the opportunities that YouTube opens up for brands and for ads and for interacting with their audience is just huge and massive, like all ages, starting from teenagers with YouTube Shorts up to serious content creators over 50.
Yeah.
So in this respect, really, YouTube is at the beginning of a new chapter, I think.
Possibly. Yeah, they always have to adapt, to adjust to the current situation, to watch their competitors and to do something that won't let them become history.
Yeah. Another exciting thing about brands on YouTube does not deal with ads, actually. But what I've noticed is that YouTube has become a huge part of networking strategy for brands. Like a lot of conferences, shows, meetups that used to be offline and used to be pretty popular are now going online. And many brands use YouTube as a platform for streaming their events.
Yeah.
Like some of them would close
the links.
The links, close their streams. Some of them would not. Because really it is a huge opportunity to reach out for all of your company members.
Yeah.
And just to those people who are interested in who you are. I mean, you're making a huge, say, online event. And you're encouraging everybody in the world to watch it if you're interested in the brand. And so all of your company members are watching it, and everybody can just join and interact and write comments.
So it might become for a company like, for a huge company that deals with software engineering, it can become like a good point for better HR brand, right? Right,
a huge opportunity for building HR brands. And I mean, you just do nothing. Yeah. Anyway, you're making this event.
Yeah. And you also can stream it.
Yeah. Anyway, you stream it to your company members. Especially have a lot of offices like around the world. You can make a 12 hours long stream to reach out for your office in New York and to I don't know whatever Tokyo. And if you're making great content, I mean, you can reach out to everybody in the world who's interested in your company. I mean, this is an opportunity. A lot of brands are using it, actually.
Yeah, that's nice. I think that's the good thing that lockdowns could bring to this world.
Yeah, one of it. So, right, let's be winding up.
Yeah.
So tonight, guys, we've discussed some trends on YouTube for 2021, some predictions. We can say that female-oriented content will be heavily promoted by the platform itself. First, kids' content will be reformatted to become more educational rather than entertaining. Streams will be heavily promoted as well by the platform itself. There's going to be a huge event on YouTube in 2021. A new huge brand, YouTube Shorts, that we hope will become a great competitor to TikTok. Finally, there will be at least a competitor to TikTok.
Yeah.
And another trend is that YouTube itself is getting older, and a lot of
together with the audience
first, and that a lot of people who
with creators,
a lot of people who have been on YouTube as viewers are now becoming creators, and a lot of people who have been watching TV are coming over to YouTube. So in this respect, YouTube is getting older, And at the same time, we'll get younger with YouTube Shorts. So we believe 2021 will be a great year for the platform. And
I think we're going to shoot the reaction video at the end of 2021, just to make sure that we have been correct at some points and to clarify what things have been wrong.
Right, exactly. So what do you guys think? Shoot your comments. What are your predictions of what will be going on YouTube in 2021? We'll be happy to answer each and every comment. Thanks for watching us. Roman, Ivan, mediacube podcast. See you in a week.
See you.
Bye.